Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, March the 3rd, 2023. Friday, March the 3rd, 2023. And today's episode was funny. A little funny. We have, let's see, what do we have? Alexis, nosy Alexis, finds out from the dean that Gregory hasn't taught a class all semester. Wow. And they must mean fall semester because, we go to fall, then winter break, and now semester should be starting, whatever. Either way, look, from last August to now, okay, something's going on. Now, there used to be daily recap comments that Gregory was the hook. Gregory ain't no hook. But is he left-handed? No, he's right-handed because when he was critiquing Alexis's editorial she wanted to look at, he was doing stuff with his right hand. Okay. But remember, the word pikeman started coming up vaguely back then. I don't know. Gregory's going to be involved in something that's going to catch us all off guard. Something. He's into something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So she called him over, asked him to look at some of her work, and then at the end, he goes, "I live for this," and he was all happy. And at the end, she said, "Why are you lying to me?" And they left it at that, right? But what else was interesting is why was he at GH asking for exam room 3? What's in it? Who, not what? Who was in exam room 3? He never got to that because he talked to TJ, and then Chase came up and was talking to him like, "What are you doing here? Why?" And he goes, "Well, I thought I needed my migraine medication refilled, but then I realized I have another refill at home," which was a stupid lie. Chase was there to get his shoulder looked at, and then they talk about Brooklyn. Fast forwarded the whole thing. And I fast forwarded Brooklyn and Sasha, even though I like Sasha. I don't want to hear it. Brooklyn's full of lies, no matter what, So, we deal with that, but we shall see. We shall see, everybody. What's Gregory there? I think they're going to bring his storyline into play as they're tying up or tying up Willow's storyline, right? Dragging. Bottom line, Willow's storyline was a major storyline. And to me, every day since they found out Lizzo was a preliminary match, now they just got to do her physical. Every day we should have moved forward with Willow's storyline. Every day. See, I could care less about Alexis finding out Gregory didn't work there. Could care less. I could care less right now that it was Molly and TJ's anniversary, and that now we're finding out the pregnancy test was for Molly. Could care less. Right? Christina is such a blabbermouth. She knew Sam didn't want that test out there. That's why Sam kind of had her push it behind her back. And what could Christina couldn't wait to turn around and say, "Can either of you explain this?" And Sam looked at her like, "Oh my God." Christina just doesn't care. And then Dante looked at Sam and she goes, "It's not mine." And so she's like, "Well, it was in the bag over there." And so they're like, "Molly's bags are over there too." And so Molly came out like, it's mine. And Christina's like, "Oh, well," Sam was like, "Chrissy, well, hey, it's like, shut up, Christina. You knew exactly what you were doing. Get out of here." So now Molly is saying that, she just hasn't, she's going to take the test, but she doesn't know how TJ's going to react, because everything is going fine with them. And first I thought, oh, no, Molly. I thought she didn't want to tell TJ because she wanted to get rid of it because she feels her career is taking off. I was like, oh, no, don't go that route. I mean, even though it is your choice, but still, whoa. that would just really hurt TJ to know that, you want an abortion. You're in a loving relationship that, they could take to the, anyway. So she called him. So it looks like she's going to tell him. We'll see if she really does or not, because she hadn't even taken the test. Or maybe she did take it. And now she's going to tell him the results. Who knows? We'll find out on that. But see, all of that, even all of that, that's minor stuff. Right now with what they did with Anna and Eileen, the deputy mayor. Yes, we could move along with that, but that's minor stuff. Right now, we should have been finishing Willow's storyline. All these other things, Anna been on the run for how long? She could still be on the run, right? Let's finish stories and then start something else, right? So yes, we had Anna, and boy, they just, Eileen was so scared. She's telling that ghost everything, about how she's the one that had the drone come there. She's the one that filmed Holly shooting Felicia. Okay, she pretty much cleared Anna, right? And she says, oh no, just please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'll make it right. And so Anna's like, okay, we got enough. So she kind of deactivated the little hologram, which looked like a robot deactivating versus the hologram just disappearing, right? And then Felicia sits up and she starts pulling that mask off of her. Felicia is just, I was laughing. Felicia was funny because she goes, this disguise is so good, it's scary. I mean, that was really good. And then Anna came in Anna fashion. Oh, I've always liked Anna, except when she was dealing with Peter August. Anna was just the dumbest. I think I'm your mother chick in the book, right? Just the dumbest. But anyway, they ended up telling her, look, you're going to either work with us or we're leaking this recording, because the deputy mayor said that's not going to be admissible into court. And Anna looked at her and she said, you're probably right, but it's admissible in the court of public opinion. Your constituents, once they hear all this, your political career is gone. It may be gone anyway. The mayor may fire you for what you've done anyway. But here's the deal. You either going to be vilified in the public, or you're going to go ahead and work with us to bring Victor down. So first she was resistant, but then, they were like, look, either way, this is going to be leaked then, either way. And what you're going to do. And now Victor's going to know that you spilt those beans like that. Your best bet's to work with us. So Eileen weighed her options and she said, fine, okay, I'm in, fine, right? So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, she's finally, and she told Anna, I'll make sure your name gets cleared. And Anna said, that's a start. It's a start. You're going to make sure my name gets cleared. But, that's not it. We're bringing Victor down. And she goes, Victor will kill us. Kill me if I, work with you. And she says, Victor's going to kill you anyway. Once he decides he's had enough, I mean, you're of no use to him. You're as good as dead anyway. And Eileen realizes that, because remember when she told Victor, I'm out? He's like, oh, heck no. You out when I say you out. And I'm not saying you out. And you better hope I always have use for you, right? So good. I'm glad she's in a rock and a hard place. And right now she took the rock and, she's going against the hard place. So, so now we have, me and these adorable babies. This little one, especially when Victor had him, he's looking in the camera like, get my good side. Huh? Are you over there? You got my good shot? As he's playing with Victor's hand, but looking right at the camera, like, yep, because my mommy is right there by you. I see mommy. Mm-hmm. You know, well, baby's so big. Look, I know we've already talked about General Hospital and 3 months old, but oh my God, we're talking about this baby is just about to be released from the hospital. Look at Victor couldn't even hold all the little chubby legs. He could only hang on to one leg. And that baby and Spencer, when Spencer first came out from the nursery, Spencer almost had that baby on his hip. That's how big the baby was. And then he switched the baby around to the position we have in this picture. And he says, okay, this is my cue to put my head on my brother. So the baby put his head on Spencer's chest. I said, look at these little babies are going to be the best actors. Oh my goodness. They're just comfortable with people. And those are the babies you want. You know, you want those that could be held by it. Because look, somebody looking like Victor would have scared me. But not that baby, not Lil Ace. Lil Ace knows how to act, right? And Spencer, the first thing he's telling his grandmother, because they went over how to use the carrier, right? And I'm thinking, look, that baby's too big for that little carrier. But anyway, gee, he was saying, first thing I'm doing is getting this baby's name changed. We got to get it changed to a Cassadine name. The middle name better be Miskovich. That ain't it. But who knows, ever knows what that middle name is. They always got to have four names. But yeah, he's going to give that middle name to the baby. And he hadn't figured out the other three. Right? And so Laura says, Spencer, it seems like you're trying to erase every memory or evidence of his mother. And he's like, Esme is going to prison and she doesn't even deserve, he doesn't deserve, access to the baby. And Laura says, Spencer, remember what it was like for you to be raised without a mother. Remember that. Okay. So either way, what I liked, what I was hearing, because remember Spencer was buying a house, right? But they are going to be living with Laura. Now, mind you, this little tiny place, but we never know how many rooms is in it, but really it should only have been a 2-bedroom. We got Charlotte there. We've got now Spencer and the baby's going to be there. They just look, and she going to bring Esme home, and she going to bring Esme there. But then Spencer will move out. If Esme comes there, Spencer's moving out. Because Laura says, Spencer, you're hurt and you're still angry with what Esme did to you. But she's still his mother. She's still Ace's mother. Right? So Laura will work on that. And Laura will be the catalyst for that. I really like Jeannie Francis, the way they've made her character really just turn out right. So Victor, of course, walks up. Victor takes the baby and immediately walks kind of away with the baby, further away from Laura and Spencer. And Laura is looking at him like, I know, I know he ain't. Because he's talking about you, a Cassadine, and I'm going to bring your father home. And then we're all going to be together. All of us Cassadine men. And Laura is looking, and he's like, and then we're going to, something about, there's still domination stuff, right? They're going to dominate the world. And I'm thinking, you cursing that baby? Don't be whispering in that baby's ear like that, leaning down. And Spencer's kind of looking like, what you talking about, Uncle Victor? And Laura's like, oh, no, he ain't, right? And Victor just, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. I'm surprised Spencer didn't say, you know what? Or Laura, you know what? Come on now, it's time. You've held the baby, give him back, right? And so Spencer gets the baby, and I forget where Spencer went. No, Spencer didn't get the baby back because before Spencer came out with the baby, Laura and Victor was talking, and Victor said, no, told Spencer, listen, I've already rented a place. It's a big enough place, or bought a place, whatever he's done, big enough for you and your brother. You're going to live with me because raising the baby in the hotel won't do. And Laura looked at him and said, look, Spencer and the baby are moving in with me and Kevin. And Victor looked at her. He goes, you have Charlotte. It ain't big enough. She goes, your little place? Well, that's going to be too cramped. You've got Charlotte. Now you're going to have Spencer and the baby. Laura says, look, my place is definitely big enough. And my grandchildren, because see, those are her grandchildren, Victor's great nieces and nephews, right? Laura's like, my grandchildren need me, and I am there for them, and they choose to want to live with me. And Spencer looked at Victor and he goes, that's right, Uncle Victor. I'll be moving in with grandmother. Grandmother's going to help me with the baby. And Victor's looking like, that little bro. Why I oughta, you know. So then as Victor's holding the baby and they're getting ready to go, you know, Laura's like, okay, Spencer, you need to, you know, wrap up the paperwork and everything so we can leave. And Diane walks around the corner. And Diane says, oh, well, that won't be necessary because this baby's not going anywhere with you. And they look at her and Victor looks at her. And I'm like, okay, who hired Diane on Esme's behalf? Who? Because last I checked, see, and we haven't seen Martin. Where's Martin? Martin is Esme's lawyer, right? But somehow Esme has Diane, and it's like, okay, once Diane is on the case, it's a wrap for y'all. Spencer's not going to get that baby, and Diane is going to get Esme off, even though, you know, Esme's mama hooked her. But you know what? It's not the daughter. It wasn't Esme. Esme didn't know anything about it, right? Nothing about it. So we'll see. I'm thinking, who hired Diane? Esme would not have known Diane. And I, for sure, Diane wouldn't work for Victor. Because Victor would want the baby with Spencer more than he'd want that baby with Esme. So we shall see. That kind of threw me for a loop, everybody. Who else did it throw for a loop? That threw me for a loop. As much as I love seeing Diane in action, we don't get to see enough of her. We don't. But let's see what's happening with that, okay? So let's go to Comment Corner, subscribe to this YouTube channel. As I was making this video, we were 1 subscriber away. So I think this weekend we're going to reach it, everybody. We're going to reach 1,000. Okay, hello there, says. I feel Chase is much better a character without Brooklyn. Absolutely. He needs someone who respects him respects him enough to support his endeavors as a detective, and he certainly doesn't waste time with her. And he doesn't need to waste time with her. Exactly. I don't like to see Ned, who is hardly ever on anymore, put her, oh, I'd like to see Ned put her in her place and set her straight. I was so disappointed they didn't have Chase help find the Hook killer as a means of getting him back on the force. I think that it would have been more of an exciting storyline to have him and for the story in general, yeah. Because Dante didn't even help with that. Dante and Sam were out of town. Other than that, we don't need Brooklyn on the show just to mope and complain. Oh my God, I know. I don't like Brooklyn's character at all because I don't even know if the actress or not, but whenever she comes on the scene, the whole tone of the show seems to go down, you know, whether it's the actress or not, I know. Or maybe she needs a better story and direction, the direction of her character's personality. She was best when she was raising that baby, really. Now it's just a waste. It's a waste of space. Before she at least had a purpose, lying about Maxie's baby. Sheila says, I heard a rumor that Liesl will change her mind about being Willow's donor as revenge for her daughter. She wants to stick it to Michael, Carly, and Joss because Joss survived. She feels her daughter did not have to die if she had received help. She is also angry that Esme is being protected by Nick and Liz, was being protected by Nick and Liz, of thinking Esme is the reason Britt was killed. Right now, Liesl is unhinged. She's not thinking right at all. I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't think, I think that's just a rumor, and I'm hoping it's just a rumor because we need Willow's storyline over. We're done with that, writers. We're just done. Seriously. And I don't think she would see, it's not just revenge against Carly. Willow is not family to Carly. I mean, blood family. Yes, Carly loves her as a daughter, but Willow is actually Liesl's blood. I don't feel that rumor is going to be true because that's still her bloodline. And I don't think she would want, and Nina would go crazy on her. See, we think Nina's crazy now. If Liesl did that, oh, no. Nina, oh, no. Woo! Right? And Felicia says, I do. It was a while ago. BC, they barely spend time together. I don't know because they never spend time. I don't know. I think you're talking about when, what's her name? Diane broke up with Max. Maybe it might have been. And then Jane says Liesl was with Faison. She would wipe the floor with Heather. Yes, Liesl would win. That was yesterday's deal. LaShawn says the Who was trying to convict Trina Robinson was the prosecutor. LaShawn says Eileen Ashby is the deputy mayor. Robert Scorpio, yes, is the district attorney. Molly Lansing Davis is the assistant district attorney. Yes, you're right. Sometimes it said that Eileen is the DA, but she's the deputy mayor. And then Ruth says, I think Molly is most definitely pregnant. That's why she wasn't drinking any alcohol, but she did take a little sip, but that little sip wasn't going to hurt anything. And then Ruth does like Robert and Diane together. I like that too. She's thinking they should get a room at the Metro Court. But you know what? They wouldn't do that relationship like that. I think they would build a strong friendship like they're doing. They're building a strong friendship between Robert and Diane. And then Ruth says, well, sweetheart, I disagree with you. She actually thought Milo and Epiphany were a good match. Sometimes opposites attract. And just because he was white and she was African-American doesn't mean they couldn't have a good relationship. You got the wrong idea about what I said. Race had nothing to do with it, Ruth. Nothing. Milo has never really been in a relationship. Or had he been in a relationship before Epiphany? I think he had a girlfriend before, but he's definitely looked at women, and that's just not who he would have looked at. Plus, Epiphany was much, much, much older. Milo was the age of Epiphany's son. Okay, that was just a mismatch to me. That's all I'm saying. Had nothing to do with race. Epiphany would have been better matched with Gregory. Somebody older, more distinguished is all I'm saying about Epiphany. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but it's Milo was just way too young for her. Milo was the younger, dumber brother of Max. Epiphany and Max would have been a better match than Epiphany and Milo. Seriously, Milo was goofy and this and that. No. That's what I was saying, Ruth. So now Camilla says, hello, I hope you're continuing to feel better. I am feeling better. Oh my goodness, thank you. I am new to your channel and enjoy watching the General Hospital daily recaps. I am so happy. Welcome, Camilla. Welcome. I've been watching General Hospital since 1978 and have a few favorite super couples: Luke and Laura, Frisco and Felicia, Sunny and Brenda. I also love Jason and Britt together. But I watch General Hospital because of Laura, Sunny, Spencer, and Trina. I could see Spencer being on the top tier level with Luke and Sunny if General Hospital allows Nicholas Chavez and Trina, the one playing Trina. I don't know how to Tabrina Ali are excellent actors. I hope General Hospital doesn't spoil Sprina. You guys love mixing names together, right? Sprina's storyline, but rather does a beautiful storyline that would allow them to marry. I can't wait to see if Trina. I can't wait to see Trina in her all white dress and veil, and Spencer's handsome in his tux. He is fine. He cleans up well, doesn't he? I know that episode will be epic and might even surpass the ratings of Luke and Laura. Yeah, there's something there. There's something there, right? Um, and then Juanita says, it's nice to remember Star. I miss her. Juanita also says, you are really great at narrating the story of GH. I truly enjoy your show. God bless. Well, thank you, Juanita. I try to have fun where sometimes fun is needed because this show isn't that good, but it's all right today. It's pretty good. And then Terry says, it's nice to see the Davis women together again. The Willow story is just ridiculously boring and unrealistic, even for a soap. This should be a tear-jerking story. It is boring. It's like watching paint dry. You are so right, Terry. And then Lucy says, call me silly, but I liked Epiphany and Milo. And I also liked Epiphany and Marshall. I liked Epiphany and Marshall and Ruth, not because Marshall was Black, because Marshall was older and distinguished. Well, not distinguished, but older and more mature. Okay. That's all I'm saying about Epiphany. Seriously. But Lucy, it's okay. I mean, some people did like Epiphany and Milo. That's okay. Susan says, I don't remember hearing if Diane and Max broke up. I may have missed that, but he hasn't been on the show for quite some time. It's been years and years. I do like Robert and Diane together. Oh, I think Laura, Robert, Anna, Felicia, and Valentine are still working to get Victor locked up. Yes, they are. They are getting closer on Friday. And then we've got Susan's excellent recap of the episode. Everybody go on and read Susan's excellent written recap. Gwendolyn said, wasn't there a question about Chase's paternity at one time? If Gregory is ill, this question may surface again. I forgot the type of test they did, but the test was can be wrong and switched. Then they could go back to Finn being the father. I think you're absolutely right about Austin and his cousin working together, but for whom? Pikemen, maybe Victor. That is why Valentine reacted when Sonny mentioned the pikemen. Valentine did say, ooh, they're dangerous. Watch out, pikemen. So, but I don't think pikemen is Victor. Now, Chase's paternity, the way they found out was when Chase was dying. And it should have been, the serum should have worked if it were Finn and his mother, I forget her name, Finn and his mother's DNA mixed to make that antidote. Well, that did not work because Finn was not his father. But it worked when he did it with the mother and Gregory. Gregory is his father. Anariata says, we need no more people on this show. Not even little people. You mean smaller roles? I know, yeah, we don't need no walk-ins. Diane and Robert should be together. That was a great stunt with Eileen. She will fall out and confess. She sure did confess. She just, look, she's ready to tell you she cheated on her test in college, right? Great recap. Have a safe weekend. Sandra says, hi, Daily Recap later, lady. Heather Weber married Edward Quartermain in 2014. I do not remember that. Yes, it's true. Look it up. Wow. See, that's a bit of history I just completely did not remember. Annette says, subscribe. This is the most enjoyable time to spend not missing clues or latest gossip on our stories. You're doing a byline, Annette. Thank you, pretty hat lady. Keep up the good work. And then Annette, you came back in and you talked about, remember Star cut someone's hair off that you think it was her mother. Star did a bunch of little mischievous stuff. Star was something else, right? And then she talks about her favorite leading ladies, Dorian Lord, Delia Ryan, Phyllis Newman, Julie Horton, Jill Abbott, Erica Kane. Now, Erica Kane was my all-time favorite leading Stoke lady. Victoria Lord Riley. I liked Victoria Lord Riley as well. Sharon on Young and the Restless. I'm not really a Sharon fan. Don't forget Kiki. I liked Kiki. Also Greenlee. I did like Greenlee on All My Children, and I also liked Bianca on All My Children as well. I liked Bianca, Susan Lucci's daughter. Most of all, Sally Spectra on The Bold and Beautiful. I can't say most of all Sally Spectra for me, but Sally Spectra, I liked her better on The Bold and the Beautiful than I like her on The Young and the Restless. I do not like what they have. She was good with Adam. I liked that, but now that they have her with Nick and just whiny, just goodness gracious. And then Annette also talks about she liked back in the day, she would watch General Hospital in the 60s, you know, with her aunt, and the ladies wore dresses and the men doctors were dressed up. Yeah, they wore more suits, and the kids were messed up, and only one of them out of the bunch might want to be a doctor like daddy. And then Richard said, another great review, Daily Recap lady. Thank you for keeping us informed. Kim says, hi, my name is Kim. I still love listening to you about General Hospital story. Spoilers, I still can't stand Joss and Dex. Me either. Dex is bad too. Josh should talk regarding Sonny. Cameron deserves better. Yes, he does. Cameron deserves better. Michael says, I like Robin and Diane. Thanks for doing the Holly impression. Yeah, I tried, but I couldn't get it all the way out yesterday. This episode, I have to really hear Emma fresh to try to impersonate her. It's been so long, it's hard for me to impersonate her. This episode was definitely a filler. You were right about that. You made some boring episodes entertaining. Wow. 8 more subscribers to go. 1 subscriber to go. 1. And guess what? Maybe by the time we finish this, maybe it's 1,000, but we shall see. Look, but if somebody unsubscribes, it drops it back below. So I got to really get like 105 to really be submitted in, 1,005, right? And then Oh Dear says they want to bring down Victor. With Victor believing Anna and Valentine are dead, this gives them the freedom to take down Victor, hence the haunting of Deputy Mayor Ashby. And then Sheila says, I hollered laughing when I saw the DA, you mean the deputy mayor, in the morgue when she pulled back the sheet and saw Anna's so-called remains. The hologram special effects of the mummy, Anna talking, that unhinged the deputy mayor and sealed the deal. Felicia and Anna are definitely a dynamic duo. You know what? I hadn't seen enough of Felicia. I'm happy they're actually bringing her out and having her involved in some things versus just sitting around saying, oh, Mac, oh, Anna, Austin, you might be Mac's son. You couldn't want for a better dad than Mac, Austin. Yeah, let's give Felicia some action. Okay. Lakeisha says, it was Johnny Zakara, that caused the accident that killed Cole and baby Hope. Oh my goodness, you're right. I miss Star too, but more so I miss Johnny Zakara. I would love to have him back in Port Charles. Okay, here's trivia, everybody. What happened to Johnny? Did Johnny go to jail or did Johnny just leave town? I don't think anybody killed Johnny, did they? I would actually like to see. Uh-oh, maybe that's Pikeman. I don't know. Who's Pikeman? I would like to see Johnny Zakara as well. I liked his character. I actually, even though she was way older than him, I liked when what's Dante's mother's name? Olivia. When Olivia and Johnny Zakara were together, I liked them as a couple. I really, really did. Okay, and then Kizzy says they need to hurry and show Spencer and Trina together. The wait is killing me. Well, that's it for Comic Corner. Comic Corner, everybody. Thanks for your comments. I will be back on Monday with hopefully ringing the bells and good news and the whole shebang, right? For 1,000 subscribers. And then I'm going to get with those of you that I have identified that I'm going to reach out that I want on the live Zoom so we can talk and celebrate together. I'm looking at maybe next weekend, y'all. We'll do it next weekend. All right, everybody. Have a phenomenal weekend.